I was a very busy person before COVID. By that I mean I'm a person who volunteers, but not paid employment. I was a volunteer in my church. I was a member of the St. Joan of Arc Catholic Church, and I joined many ministries that really kept me busy. To give you an example, I worked with the ministry that held sessions with folks who wanted to become Catholic. And it really is almost like becoming intimately involved with other people's lives. And it was spiritually rewarding for me. I also, in my church, worked with Catholic Charities, which is a social service agency, through my church, I should say, because it's a diocesan agency. I did that for a while. And then I also worked in the church itself in the ministry of reader, which means I read during the Mass on Sundays. And that really was my calling. Have been doing that for a long time, including my life in New York. And it gives me great joy. All of that stopped with COVID. I haven't been to church since March, when COVID became the frightening health issue it's become. At my age, and I'm 82 years old, with my conditions, for example, diabetes, hypertension, angina, just to name a few, I could not take the chance of being exposed to the virus. I respect the virus, and I think it should be respected. So I don't take chances. So my church activities, including going to Mass, cease. For Catholics, the Mass is the place for faith community. And I miss my fellow parishioners at St. Joan of Arc. I really do miss seeing them. Talking on the phone is not quite the same. And although we're elderly and I do Zoom for other activities, there hasn't been any intimate Zooming where we talk to each other and see each other. The Mass, of course, has been virtual, but you feel separated. It's not the same. And most importantly for Catholics, I have not received Holy Communion. 8, 9 months. Unreal. Never experienced that before. It's an unreal experience that I'm still wrestling with. As a social worker, I can tell you, I know we need human contact. That's how we survive as a species. And you have to find a way. We have to find a way. I have a dear friend in California who's a nun, and she worked on the island of Fiji, the country of Fiji, in the leper colony when we were very, very, very young. That was her first, she's a missionary. That was her first assignment. And when we were talking about this virus, I said to her, you of all people understand the challenges of being in a close proximity to a very dangerous organism. You know, leprosy. And you've survived that for years, taking care of lepers. And she said to me, because we respect the bug. We respect it. By that, we don't think as humans we're superior to it. And we know it can morph, it can change, it can do anything it needs to do to survive. So I learned that from her. And I always, I think, felt that we as humans sometimes we become a little bit too, how can I put it, sure of our species being superior to everything else on this planet, and we're not. Think of hurricanes. I just had a friend who had a fire in their home. We're helpless. We're helpless. The fire in his home was a manufactured home. The plastic is toxic. I don't even want to begin to tell you not only the loss, but the danger to him. They never thought he would survive because he went back into that house to get his pet. And that he shouldn't have done that. He didn't get the burns, but the toxicity of the plastic burning went to his lungs. He's still trying to hopefully, our medicine is excellent. So I'm saying this to say life can put many obstacles in our path, and we need to respect that. And the virus is one of them. I was stunned when I found out how it can morph and becomes something else when we think we have it under control and we don't. Do I think we will eventually find a vaccine? Yes. But it doesn't mean the virus went away? No. And will it morph into something else that we don't know and understand? Yes. Just like cancer.